If you have PCOS, I can almost guarantee your doctor did not explain this to you. And it's PCOS Awareness Month, so we're gonna get into it. If you have PCOS, there is a 40% chance that you will have type 2 diabetes by the time you're 40. And the biggest mistake I see people with PCOS make when they're trying to fix their period, fix their acne, fix their hair loss, fix their hirsutism, you're trying to balance the hormones, but the hormones are not the root cause of the problem. Your blood sugar and your insulin and your metabolic health is the root cause, and your hormones just mirror that. I know when you're gaining weight, you're losing hair, you have a face full of acne, you haven't had a period in 6 months, you have intense sugar cravings, you're tired all the time. I know it feels like you have 100 problems to solve, like 100 fires to put out because you have all of these symptoms. But what if I told you there's like one root cause match that's lighting the whole forest on fire, and when you fix that one root cause, all of the hormone problems just resolve? If you're like, Fiona, what do you mean by insulin resistance? What do you mean by blood sugar? Think of it like gas in your car. We want the gas to go in the car. When you eat food, food is the gas that goes in the car, and then you use the food as fuel. So imagine the gas is running down the side of your car. It's not going in. It's running down the side of your car. The gas is on the floor of the gas station. One person lights a cigarette and the whole gas station goes up in flames. If you're insulin resistant, the body's like making all of this insulin to get the glucose in the cell, to get the gas in the car, but the gas is not going in the car. And then that tells your ovaries to make more androgens, which causes the acne and causes the hair loss and causes the missing periods. And now you're tired all of the time. And now you are having fertility struggles and all of these things because you have a blood sugar problem, not a hormone problem. The hormone problems are caused by the blood sugar problems for most people with PCOS. Think of your high cholesterol as a symptom of blood sugar issues. Think of your hair loss as a symptom of blood sugar issues. Think of your acne as a symptom of blood sugar issues. Think of darkening under the folds of the arms. I used to have that. I panic booked a doctor's visit and they were like, it's nothing. It was insulin resistance. Even the doctors didn't know. Skin tags, a flavor of insulin resistance. Non-alcoholic fatty liver, pain under the right rib cage. That is a flavor of insulin resistance. Even issues with your eyes, this is super interesting to me, but even things like glaucoma are linked to insulin resistance. Gallbladder issues linked to insulin resistance. Plantar fasciitis is another one that's linked to insulin resistance. It's actually almost difficult to find health issues that somehow aren't worsened by insulin resistance, because think of that gas going down the side of the car on the floor of the gas station. That's highly inflammatory. Like the glucose not getting into the cell, very, very inflammatory for your organs and organ systems. So of course you're going to have all of these chronic problems when the glucose is not getting into the cell. But Fiona, I had my labs checked and my labs look normal and my blood sugar looks normal. I hate to break it to you, Linda, but your doctors are looking for end-stage disease. They are looking for type 2 diabetes. And you do not wake up one day with type 2 diabetes. You don't even wake up one day with pre-diabetes. It starts with symptoms. Skin tags, hair loss, acne, fertility struggles. It starts with symptoms, and then you move down the diabetes spectrum. And then when you're 40, now you're diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And now you get those answers via lab testing because now they can medicate you. But what about the 20 years it took to get to that place? Honestly, you should be taking your power back when your labs look normal and your symptoms are not normal, but your labs look normal. This is the point when you have skin tags, hair loss, acne, irregular periods, fertility struggles, when you're having all of those symptoms, when you can't go more than 2 hours without eating, 3 hours without eating, you have a midday crash, you need sugar after every single meal, you're addicted to sugar when really you just have blood sugar issues. That is the point, even when your labs look normal. This is the point you take your health back. Because your labs, it's like, why do we have to wait until we get diagnosed with something to like take control of our health? I've never understood that. According to UNC Chapel Hill that did a study on over 8,000 people, 93% of this country has blood sugar issues. 93. So if you are watching this and if you are perfectly metabolically healthy, you are actually so rare. I am not metabolically healthy right now. I'm working on it. So here's what you're going to do to improve your PCOS symptoms. One, you're going to stop listening to every podcast, every health influencer, every health coach, every naturopathic doctor, and you're going to stop staying in research mode, and you're actually going to apply the things I'm talking about, because knowledge is not power, applied knowledge is power. Lift weights 3 to 4 times a week, put muscle on your frame. Muscle improves your insulin sensitivity, meaning the gas can get in your car. Less inflammation. You're going to start eating around 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal. I personally eat even higher than that. I eat around 150 to 160 grams of protein a day, and it has completely changed my life. You're going to aim for like 25 to 30 grams of fiber daily, and you're going to work up to these things very slowly. You're going to go on walks after meals. This is going to shuttle the glucose into the cell, aka get the gas into your car. You're going to do one thing for your nervous system every single day, and that's because stress spikes your blood sugar more than the cookie, more than the carbs, okay? So I don't care if you're keto. Stress is doing more harm to your body than the potato. If you need help, I have a whole nervous system regulation playlist with information. You're gonna do one thing every day to regulate your circadian rhythms. I personally poke my head out the window while I'm driving. You could do that while driving to work. You could eat your breakfast outside, doing something to get outside in nature, because that is regulating your circadian rhythms, therefore regulating all of the different hormones that we produce at different times a day. Notice how I didn't say colostrum, I didn't say CMOS, I didn't say cutting out 47 foods, I didn't say completely cutting out sugar. These are really simple foundations everyone needs to start with. And honestly, in my opinion, nothing else matters. Like none of the other red light, sauna, like colostrum, superfoods, none of it matters if those pieces are not down. None of it matters if those pieces are not down. And if this was helpful, follow me on here and Instagram. I post content like this every single week.